Hey, everybody. This is something I wanted to do this morning because there's a lot going on and causing so many of us to step into a space of fear and not faith. There are things going on in the world, in our personal lives, professionally, financially, emotionally, spiritually, physically, in the globe, in the world, right? And there's also things happening that are devastating in states that we would have never imagined happening. So, how do we as an individual step into faith and step away from fear? I want to first of all say that fear and faith is an emotion. Yes, both of them are emotions. One is considered a positive emotion, and the other one is considered a negative emotion. Both of them are emotions, and we have more control over these emotions than we give ourselves credit. So there are 10 steps. You can see them on the sheet, right? One is to be aware, be honest, be real. Most of the time, a person may tell you, don't be afraid. No, I'm telling you to recognize your body and everything and understand that your body is responding to something that's causing you to be afraid. Now, there is good fear that keeps us out of danger, right? If something is happening, if a car is coming, that kind of fear is to help keep us safe. However, the fear that says that you can't do something for an example, I'll never be able to run, or I'll never be able to do something that you know that you have the capacity and capability that, given certain circumstances, you could do, or you're afraid something's going to happen. You're driving and you said, well, I'm afraid that my child is going to be in an accident, so I don't want them to leave the house, or this or that or the other. And it's like, it's you're projecting something, an emotion, into the future. So be careful when we do that. So, but I am saying, be honest with yourself and know that you're doing it. Stay in a point that you are being real with yourself so that you'll have the capacity and capability to shift. Because if you don't recognize, how can you shift anything, right? And then be proactive. And when I say be proactive, have a backup plan. If you're afraid, for an example, that you're not going to have resources at a certain point in your life, or you're not going to have enough money to the end of the month, start making plans. Make plans. Create a budget. Create a spending plan. Do the things you can do. Uh, Look at an additional stream of income. Look at the things you can do. Shorten down, or I should tap some of your spending that may not be required. However, you're spending because you desire it. So if the concern is this, what can you do? Like, if this, then that kind of statement. So to be prepared in advance. And that will tone down and calm down so many of our fears. Then, like I said, that's part of making a plan. Make a plan in advance to the best of your ability. And then, if you have the tendency to be anxious and fearful, in your mind, say, okay, if this happens, what are the options I have in advance? So that your subconscious mind can help you if and or when that happens. So it can calm down that inner voice. So relationships open the door to favor is what I have. And you said, what does that have to do with fear? Well, when we're in a relationship and let's say you're fearful not to get a job, or you're fearful that your business is not going to go well, or you're fearful that whatever, building a relationship with other people and tapping into positive people and knowing more about things will give you favor when when you discuss things. Gives you, relationships are one of the greatest capital investments we can ever make. So relationships open the door to favor, help us gain knowledge, and give us power. And then putting our name to it, locate where you are regarding your faith. So I do affirmations. It is very important to do I am present tense affirmations if it's something that you're concerned about. Let's say you want a more abundance, then I am wealthy. I am kind of statements. And then you say, Johnny, what if it's something I not really connected to? I want, but I'm afraid that I won't come to pass. Look at this statement. And Patrice taught me through this through someone on TikTok. And she has a statement that I've really learned to embrace. And it says, what if I am? You still have the I am statement in there, right? However, you trick your brain to say, what if? Because when we say something to our brain or to ourselves that we literally don't believe, our body says, I don't believe that. Our mind says, I don't believe that. So it kind of will keep you into that state of fear or anxiety, right? However, if you say, what if I am? Your brain says, what if I am? And it will help us get to the place that we move from the what if and to the greater level of the I am, and help you get revelation. It helps us to be self empowered. And so it says step over fear. You say, step over fear. And what I mean by that is literally do it anyway. There are some things in my life I have been fearful of, that I've been concerned about doing, that I have had anxiety regarding, and I had to do it anyway because I knew it was the thing I needed to do. So I did it anyway. So I stepped over the fear into the faith of accomplishing the goal. Did I win every time? Yes. And when I say that, I'm basing it on effort and not what other people may say, well, is did you win? Did you get the trophy? Did you accomplish everything? That's a no. However, did I put forth my greatest effort? Yes. So did I win? Yes. Did I look fear in the face and say, I'm going to do it anyway? Yes, I did that. And when you do that, it will make a difference in your life. So look at the 10 steps you can have to help you shift from fear to faith so you can live I'm going to say, a more abundant and limitless life. It is important that we understand that fear and faith both exist. And we get a chance to look at the situation and say, okay, am I safe? And if it's not a safety issue, then what can I do to shift from fear to faith? And again, plan in advance, do the things you can do. I teach this principle to executives as well as members of church. And I even did it last night to a group of kids, called the Shamgar principle, which is start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. When it comes to moving from fear to faith, start where you are, recognize where you are, use what you have, the fact that you have accomplished things in the past, that that you're covered, that you are bigger than this thing that you're looking at, and then you do what you can. Right? You start where you are, you use what you have, your belief system, and you do what you can in this moment, in the nowness of it. I am Johnny. I am the Mindset Maven. And it's always a pleasure to embrace this opportunity to share and to grow. Please put any comments in the comments. Please use the comment section for any thoughts or ideas you have. I will go to Facebook and the other social media to look at those comments and make sure that I answer you back. So Thank you and have an amazing, fear less, less fear day.